Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena.
So anyway, greetings comrades, my name is Gigantals, and this is an indie game known as Serena. Don't know much about it, except that apparently... What's the damn clock? Except apparently, I have the smallest hand on Earth. This little thing. We will build a great wall. Sorry.
Serena? Why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers. It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this, our host that night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important.
You did say that.
The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind. Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine
Under the table you're eating. A curious sensual thrill. Okay.
The
Play
table was
footsie.
worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore.
So then what happened to Serena?
Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece.
Oh, you naughty boy!
The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions. And there were many more to come. Our dining table. Quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
You always put too much salt in, dear. Think about your pressure.
I could tell plenty of stories. Serena enjoyed spice in our life. I preferred it more bland. We were so different on some points.
How come we can see her face here, but when we zoom in we can't, right?
The dining table was well worn.
Would you pass me the pepper? You know, you should use it too.
I can't help these random
Sorry, good for the
associations.
pressure.
It's always been that way. I look at a pepper shaker and think of a Beatles song. Our dining table.
Oh my gosh, I'm
Modest,
stuck.
but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
What the heck am I doing?
So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this.
Zombie space dinosaurs from the deep ate my family. That's like the best book ever in history.
The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell.
I know what you mean. Old
I
books smell
loved it
nice.
when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too.
So what happened to
A lot
her?
of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No,
What?
of course not. Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here
I'm
too.
stuck. Oh, there we go. I'm not stuck anymore.
So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Oh, so we're gonna like be stuck inside this cabin.
Sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
Oh yeah, you all got away.
What did we talk about? Damn this foul.
Sorry, damn this fallible memory of mine.
The most comfortable spot in the cabin. Well,
Along with the bed, of course. Why? Why did
I
they do
can
that?
imagine
Go away.
her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt. Of course,
Cheeky.
we made love here, too. There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated. The most comfortable
Okay,
spot.
no. What about this one?
A lot of rarities and special editions here.
Let's see. Frobo's Moomba. Okay, are these real books? I highly doubt they are. Maybe a couple of them are, but... Yeah.
Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin. I should probably eat. Can't remember the last time I ate, yet I don't feel hungry. I have more pressing things on my mind right now than culinary exploits. The stove looks like something from World War One.
Yes, it does.
Considering how basic and ancient the kitchen is, it's a wonder what we managed to do with it from time to time. Well, she mostly.
Feeling peckish, dear?
The stove looks like something from World War. We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking.
If you didn't guess it by now, this episode's mainly going to be him
Truth
talking.
be told, not all the cooking she did was a resounding success. We agreed to never attempt doing ravioli again.
You silly dolt. Here, give me that. Don't be such a child.
I think it dates from the colonial era, probably brought over by the Pilgrims.
How's this thing
It
still
belongs
functioning
in a
then?
museum.
Yeah, it does.
An archaeologist could excavate the layers of food forever welded onto this and learn about the days when other beings ruled the earth.
This thing's filthy. You got to clean
I
it.
think it dates from the colonial
Okay.
era, probably brought over.
Okay. Where do I go from here? I go to the picture. That's not right.
I can imagine.
No, don't say it.
I could tell plenty of stories about this.
No.
The dining table was well worn even when
No.
we bought our dining table.
No.
Quite modest. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I could tell
What?
plenty
No.
of stories
Oh, no.
about this. The
Shit.
dining table was well worn even when we acquired
Oh,
the cabinet.
what the?
You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions, and there were many more to come. This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular. Priorities, right?
Yeah, where it
This,
is.
it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly.
What? Did you forget to put the lid on the blender or something? What's this grease from the kitchen doing over
There's
here?
probably nothing out there that I want to see, anyway. All the stuff I care about is inside. Well, except for Serena.
I really hope she's not dead and she's
Make
just
out
like
nothing
shopping
from
or
this
something.
window. There was a
No
time
kidding.
long ago that all this disrepair felt oddly homey.
But it doesn't
All the
anymore.
windows are drafty, but like everything else, we just got used to it. We liked it, even. I can make out nothing through this window.
Now you have children. You see, it's the children. Okay.
This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow.
You don't go around to do it. Okay.
This used to be her favorite spot. She used to sit here, put her legs on the table, lean back, and just give me one of her smiles. Those effervescent, incandescent smiles. Once we dragged these chairs out
Nice.
to the lake and scrubbed off all the dust and grime of years. That was a long time ago. For all the
Sounds nice.
charm of furniture like this, something about it reminds me of Ingmar Bergman. Sort of brooding. One of a matching
Okay.
pair, obviously.
Yeah, the one over there.
There was a piece of gum stuck to the underside of this chair back when we bought this place.
Yuck.
We just left it there. For all the
Okay.
charm of
Maybe we should move on.
furniture like this, something about it reminds
That
me of Ingmar
motion.
Bergman. No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here.
In here. Oh, is she dead? Is that why we're like
She made this
something?
with her own hands. She was really good.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet.
Really?
See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nursery. I must have been like 3 or 4, but it always stuck with me.
And no trap door under there, just more creaky floor.
You sure?
I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
The
You
rug's
should
all
have.
crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
And no trap door under there, just more creaky. I always resisted the
Hey.
temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
So is she dead and we're coming back here to like look through everything else? I really hope not.
Come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niamh of the ice blue eyes. blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise.
Oh yeah, because the Celts believe that there was like a reverse world to our own. So here's our world, and here's the other world. And if you died, they would celebrate because you'd be going to this world. But if you were born, then they would, be treated as a bad occasion because you'd be entering their world. And this world is meant to be like the best you could go to. But this world our world was meant to be like the worst. So you're born, you go. If you die, you go to the other world. If you're born, you've just come from the other world, and that's what the Celts believe. So anyway, come, love, with peace in your heart, said Niam of the ice blue eyes. No, Niam of the ice blue eyes. What can I read? Ride with me, shed your moral guise. Here is our mount, a snow-white maze. Come, Oisin, to my gardens fair. In the land of youth, ply your art. Ours shall be the cycle of days.
I still can't understand. Even the features of her face feel hazy and distant, like remnants of a broken dream.
Ours shall be the cycle of days. Our sun and sky and rainbow ways. Okay. That's nice. Oh, not again.
Somewhere in here, in our private refuge, there must be something that reminds me of her. Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else? We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside.
No, I
It's
mean, you've got to look for a key.
beautiful. I want to, but not yet. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this
Okay.
trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging
There you
around
go.
those in our early...
What the Franco? That was a bit loud, dude. Let's go to the cupboard. You can go to the bed later. Oh, there you go. The game stopped crashing.
Quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it.
Hmm.
We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect. I'm not
Please tell me
sure
she's
why,
not dead.
but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway.
Sure. It's getting a little bit laggy now, isn't it? Oh man, my clothes look a bit dull, don't they? No secrets hidden. Okay. Up there, go way back.
She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods.
Oh no, please tell me she's not dead.
Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. We were surrounded by so many outside, I guess we were saturated by them. At least I was. Maybe I should have let her bring some plants inside. She liked them a lot. A plant is a plant. Beautiful to some, boring to others. They say these things are alive. If they are, it must be a horrible existence, confined in their own silent, dark world. We
Understandable.
have much more interesting things than this plant inside the cabin. Like my books. A plant is a plant.
Okay, yeah.
She's
Look at Bible.
fairly religious. Not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard. But I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. She always thought our relationship was a blessing. God, how I miss her. No longer the cynical asshole, I guess.
Okay.
Her faith came as a surprise to me. She was never prudish about sex, so I just didn't expect it. I guess people simply aren't that predictable.
Right.
No, I don't want to read right now. Especially not a Bible. I have no need for the words in there.
She's probably dead, isn't she? Damn it. That's sad. Oh, okay, there, go back.
For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it. She used to keep Magazines, paperback novels, usual stuff on these nightstands when we were staying here.
Good night, love.
She would always bring her reading material like I did. Why are these nightstands so empty? Dust everywhere. The amount of
A little
dust
bit.
on it might make me hack up a lung.
You should have cleaned it a bit.
Little scratches and dust
Okay, I'll just.
everywhere.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna get out of
The
him.
rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
Let's go to the side of the room. There we go. It's funny, I can hear that clock on this side, not this side.
It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding it.
The area.
I've always loved the hazy afternoon shades of this place. It's deep into summer, so there's a few hours left until it gets dark. The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing.
Where's the crack?
The sunlight can be confusing, oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen. Or is the stress finally catching up?
Catch up with me. Sorry, it's just
The
heard something.
sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a...
Please tell me she's not dead.
Pretty shambolic, isn't it? The organization of its contents isn't much better. It'd be a shame to say we're fashionistas. We were never that big on appearance. Serena has this mystical aura about her, even when she's wearing one of my mom's charming knitted sweaters. I do remember that on the night I first met her, she wore this beautiful purple dress, like she'd flown straight down from the night sky. I wonder what became of that dress. This dresser contains most of her things. There's mostly beauty products and personal items in it. Just girly stuff of no interest to me. My kind of thing is the bookcase near the table. This dresser contains most of her things.
Okay, try that. Whoa, what was
There's
in
a
it?
strand of blonde hair in the comb. Yes, blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering. What's wrong with my memory? Did I have a stroke?
I hope not. Game? You okay, game? Is the game okay? Really?